Before we start the podcast, we want to take the time to say if you like us, please follow, like, comment on SoundCloud, sub, like, comment on YouTube, subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes. It really helps us out and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, the #1 Fog podcast. I am the shadow of the true self, Aaron, and with me is the man whore himself, Jay. Jay, how's it going?
It's going good, just man whoring, you know.
There you go. Can't hate on that.
I know.
So what anime did we do today, Jay?
We did the video game adaptation classic Persona 4, the animation.
Okay, do you have the synopsis ready, Jay?
I have your Blu-ray ready.
My non-biased Blu-ray that I paid $50 for. Thank you, Sentai Filmworks.
Filmworks, yeah.
And fun fact, there is no subtitle track on there. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and I paid $50 for one. So I don't know who the real fool is here.
All right, so I'll just read it. It's kind of lengthy, so bear with me. When Narukami moves to the oh my god, let me start over. When Narukami moves to the country town of Inaba to stay with his uncle and cousin, he's expected a lot more peace and quiet than he's used to in the big city. It's like weird. The paragraph is like shaped weird. What he isn't expecting is for his uncle's job as a police detective to spill over into his own life, or of the murders that are occurring across town to be somehow linked to Yu's own strange experiences, odd local weather patterns, and a mysterious TV show world that seems to be attempting to get Yu to enter it. Now, together with a new group of friends, Yu must plunge into a bizarre alternate reality where he gains unique abilities that will either help him solve the riddle of the mystery killer or lead him to his doom. Journey into the Velvet Room and beyond as the hit PlayStation 2 game becomes a spectacular anime in Persona 4 the animation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty much the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
So before we talk about it, we wanted to jump in and get some facts in here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so it was released in 2011. 26 episodes. It's a mystery, fantasy, supernatural anime. The original game was developed by Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
The studio is AIC, and are you familiar with what we've covered before?
We've covered something from AIC. I don't remember.
So they are, and we're gonna cover many more. Because I was looking through them, I was like, there's a lot of stuff I want to cover from them. A lot of trash, actually, I want to cover. So they have the Tenchi series,
Okay.
Girls Bravo,
Oh, there we go.
Oremo, and two that we've covered before, Vampire Princess Miyu and Wandering Sun.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if you ever want Vampire Princess Miyu, Wandering Sun, same people.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so this is directed by Seiji Kishi. And he also directed My Bride is a Mermaid,
Okay.
Angel Beats, Devil Survivor 2, which is also a SMT series.
Yeah.
Both Danganronpa anime and the Ultra Despair Girls cutscenes.
Oh, there we go. So he did like a lot of stuff for Danganronpa.
Yeah.
And we mentioned My Bride is a Mermaid in like 2 podcasts ago.
Which is
I think.
also an AIC anime.
Really?
Yeah. There's he was one of those like, I want to say like stock directors for AIC, or at least AIC really like working with them. Because he has a lot of AIC credits underneath his belt. All right, so it's licensed by Sentai Filmworks. Thank you, Sentai Filmworks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same season as, or premiered the same season as Squid Girl, Hunter x Hunter, Future Diary, and Fate Zero.
Hunter x Hunter is that new?
That 2011?
2011?
Yeah.
It looks like an older. It might be maybe because of the manga is older.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so that's just how the art looks.
Yeah, maybe it's the 2011 version of it.
Oh,
I think they
re-released
I don't remember if it was older and they re-released it, or the 2001 is the original version, and then they re-released that
later.
Yeah, later, like another version, updated version later. It's either that or the
other.
Vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah. The music was done by Shoji Meguro, and he was the producer of the original game soundtrack.
Okay. Persona 1?
Okay, so here's the cool thing. He's been the composer for all the Persona games.
Okay, cool.
And he even directed the Persona 2 ports. And he's also he's done several Atlas games, and the ones that I think that are most like cool and shocking to me. He did Trauma Center and Catherine also.
Okay. Yeah, those are good games.
And then a cool little detail about him, he plays the lead guitar during the concerts.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So he can jam it, and he plays all the solos from all the songs too. So he's pretty good.
Yeah. And those concerts are long, right?
Oof, yeah, they're really long.
And he's there on stage the whole time.
I think the last one they just did was close to 4 hours. I know it was like 3. It was really long.
Okay.
Because they did 3 games, and this year, instead of doing one big concert, they're doing 2.
Oh, okay.
2 in a weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So either what I'm hoping they're doing is just like, because they sell out really quick.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just doing 2 to get more people in.
Oh, yeah.
It could be like different set lists for every night, which would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, so this anime has 4 openings, 4 endings.
Okay. So, yeah, there's like the special openings and special endings. And stuff.
So the first opening is called "Sky's the Limit" by Shihoko Hirata, and then the second opening is "Key Plus Words" by Shihoko Hirata and Yumi Kawamura. So some weird fun facts about those 2 people. They seemingly have no discography before Persona, and
really?
they have no discography after Persona.
So this is like the only music.
Yeah, the only music that they've done professionally.
Really?
And at least I know Shihoko Hirata. They kind of like how Symphony of the Goddess is here, where they just travel around the U.S. The Persona band travels along Japan doing concerts, and she does that full time with them.
Okay.
And then Yumi Kawamura, she is the singer from Persona 3. So all the songs that you hear in Persona 4 that have lyrics in them, they're all sang by Shihoko Hirata.
Okay.
And that's including the games. So the battle theme, just everything that you can think of that has lyrics in it, she most likely sang it.
Okay.
And same thing for Yumi. She sings all the Persona stuff, also Persona 3 stuff. OP3 was a True Story by Rei Kugamiya. So that was Risei's episode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Rei Kugamiya plays Risei in the Japanese version.
Okay.
And then OP4 was Burn My Dread by Yumi Kawamura. And Burn My Dread is the opening for Persona 3.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
was that that was the school trip?
Yeah, it was a school trip to Tatsumi Port Island, which is, in fact, the place where Persona 3 takes place.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me.
Yeah, and it's really cool is like they meet characters from Persona 3 there. So like the student council president, they meet. She's the treasurer of the student council. In Persona 3, like she's like a first year, and then the teacher that they go take a class, and that teacher, he's like known for being long-winded in Persona 3. In the Persona 4, when you go there, he gives you like it's almost like a 10-minute like a lecture, like straight lecture, and it's like super boring. And then one of the places they go in that episode, the hotel they go to, that Love Hotel. Oh yeah. That Love Hotel is actually the site of a dungeon in Persona 3.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it's like the same hotel, Love Hotel.
So that's a lot of cool callbacks to the previous games.
And then all the music in that episode too is all from Persona 3.
Okay.
So it's a really cool like detail.
What was like your favorite opening out of those four?
Oof, probably mine is Key Plus Words.
That's the second
That's
one.
the second one, yeah.
Okay.
The one where they're all putting on their glasses in it.
Yeah. You know, an interesting thing about that, I noticed in one, I don't know if it happened more than once, but the ending of that opening, like when they drop all the glasses are like hitting the floor and they're like bouncing back up. There was like there was one that I noticed where the gag glasses were in the mix.
What? That's tight. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. And I was like, I was like looking at that, and I was like, is that always there? And then the next like
wasn't there.
The rest of the episodes didn't have it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder which one that was.
It was one of the one-off episodes.
Oh, maybe. Yes, one of the filler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe. Maybe I should look that up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So which one was your favorite?
Mine was the first one. The what was it called?
Sky's
the Limit. Yeah.
They're both really good.
Yeah.
Opening, and they're visually amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both like musically they're amazing.
Yeah. I mean the piano at the beginning, that dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
It reminded
dun,
me of something like kind of like Cowboy Bebop. That kind of the opening where it's like slow movements and stuff like that. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And like I said, like the shots in it are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't. I don't know where I learned this. I think I learned it from some guy breaking down the openings. But if you look in that opening, it has some really cool details of whenever it shows the characters posing or starting to pose, you can see flashes on them, and there's like words around them.
Oh, okay.
And what it is, it's like I think Chie's is like it looks like an internet forum, and it's basically people talking about her.
Oh, really?
And then I think Yukiko's is also a like a newspaper headline.
Oh.
About the inn, and then the one that's really cool, the two that are cool that I think are Rise's is it's just like her as an idol, like that's all it is. So and then Teddy's is like a bunch of weird like misc things with like question marks and like doesn't really say anything on it. And it's a really cool visual of like that's how people see them. Okay. Like that's how like my best way to put it. It's like it's how people view them. They view them as these the headlines. Outside. From the outside, like people view them as the headlines of the stuff that they've heard, which is like a key underline of the whole series. But more on that when we get to general.
Yeah.
All right. So ending one was "Beauty of Destiny" by Shioko Hirata and Lotus Juice.
Okay.
Ending 2 was The Way of Memories by Shioko Hirata. Ending 3 is The Love Detective by Yui Hiyori, which is Chie's voice actor. And ending 4 is Nevermore by Shioko Hirata. So ending 1 between the two main openings is, I think, the far superior one.
Oh, yeah. I really like that one. That's the one that starts with a piano, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one with the rap in it.
Yeah, it's like rap at the beginning.
Yeah, which is Lotus Juice. Yeah.
The one it's funny because like it I forgot what the first like sing-songy lyric is. It's like expose your son.
Don't be afraid of.
But when I'm like listening to it, it sounds like expose your toes. Like and I've been saying that like to my wife, like expose your toes. And she's like, "What are you singing?"
Yo, the greatest song of all time. And then, but my actual favorite one, I don't really count it, is Nevermore, because it's such a beautiful song.
What episode did that one?
Nevermore is the final song, the final ending.
Oh, okay.
And one of the funniest details I want to point out is you probably didn't notice it because you don't know the song, which is Nevermore. The episode with Ayane, the band girl, the song that she's trying to play.
Oh, is that one?
Is that song?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like a janky version of it. Yeah, and I was really excited when I heard it, and it's even sad too. Or like when she learns how to play it almost perfectly. It's like the backtracking to a moment with you and Rise are talking to each other on top of the school building, and it's like a really cool shot.
Oh yeah.
With the only playing it on horn. Pretty good. All right, that was very wordy. Cross media. Here you go. You ready, Jay? This one I had to separate into different categories.
Okay.
So we have games. We have the original Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden, Persona Q, and Persona Q2, which are I think I've explained it before to you but it's an Odyssey version of Persona.
Oh yeah.
That's a crossover between Persona 3 and Persona 4.
Okay.
And Persona Q2 is the 3, 4, and 5 crossover. And so like all your party, I don't know how many party members have in Etrian Odyssey. Is it 5?
I think it's I think it's 5. I think it's like you can get like 3 in the front, 2 in the back, or something like that, or
like
vice
that.
versa.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. You have up to 5 members.
Yeah.
And you can choose 5 members throughout the 3 games,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a cast of 24. I want to say 24. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then we have Persona Arena and Persona Ultimax, which are the fighting games.
Okay.
I thought it was actually a really good idea that Atlas and Team Persona didn't want to take it in their own hands in a thing that they didn't have no experience in. So they actually got Arc System Works to work on the fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing for Persona Q and Persona Q2. They got the Etrian Odyssey team to work on it. Instead of going into something that they know nothing about, they just licensed it out to people who know what they're doing.
Okay.
And Ultimax and Arena, they're both really, really good games, both canon to the storyline. And they both have arcade machines, which are really cool. Yeah. And then we have my personal favorite, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which is the rhythm game, dancing and rhythm game.
Yeah.
Originally was supposed to be developed by Dango, which is the people who make the Hatsune Miku dancing games.
Okay.
But during development, Atlas wasn't too happy with what they were getting, so they fired Dango and decided to make it on their own because a lot of the funds they had were diminished because they gave it to Dango. So like, we got to do it in house. They made a really crappy rhythm game, but I love it because all the music is really good.
Yeah.
But
we were just going through it like right now. It's really good.
A lot of really cool dance remixes to the songs. But crappy rhythm game.
Cool alternate costumes too.
Oh yeah, really dope alternate costumes. Crappy rhythm game.
You gotta emphasize that.
Emphasize it so much because it's really sad.
Is the 5th one better?
No.
Is that one still in house as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you can't win them all.
Yeah, but music really good. There's one thing they can do right. It's the music and how they give it to people.
Oh, we didn't really talk about the music in general. The background music.
Okay, yeah, we can. Did we take a little break and Cross and talk about music if you want, or you want to finish Cross and then
we can finish Cross.
Yeah,
and then we go back to that.
Okay, then there's the manga. That's a light novel starring Detective Naoto.
Okay.
I think it's a year after the events of Persona 4.
That's cool.
And I forgot what she's trying to figure. She's trying to like solve this mystery in Tokyo, and she has like this robot detective with her. It's like a really weird thing. And then we also have the remix CD, Persona 4 Reincarnation, also really good. We're about to talk about the music in a little bit, and all the remixes are really, really good. They're not like digital remixes or anything. It's like I played a version for Jay earlier about the track Heaven, and it sounds like a bar version, I guess would be the best way.
Okay, like a lounge kind.
Yeah, lounge, like a lounge version, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. There's like really cool different remixes, different orchestral remixes to certain songs.
Yeah, that's the one with Teddy on the front, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
really, really good CD, and it's an expensive CD if you can ever,
Oh yeah.
because it was really short print.
Because video game music is very niche, and just finding a copy is hard enough.
I think last time I checked, like a Reincarnation CD was like $60, $70, something like that.
Oh wow.
And then a fun fact: the Persona 5 disc is I think also 60, but there's over 100 tracks on it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. And then we have finally, last but not least, the Persona Super Live concerts.
Oh yeah.
Where it's a combination of all the games. It's a big celebration of them. Really good live versions of the songs.
Yeah, I watched like a few of the anime songs live.
Yeah,
and they're really cool.
Yeah, and I would give up a lot of things to go and try to
go see that.
Yeah, what kind of sucks is they're sometimes announced too like late. Like they just announced Super Live for April, and I'm like, I can't save up enough money by April.
I know, right?
And I was like, if they would have told me like, oh, it's gonna be in August, like next August, I'm like, because usually they're in August, September, and yeah, not this time, sadly.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. All right, so before we jump into our regular spiel and general stuff, let's talk about the music.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, one of the strongest points of this anime is the music.
Oh my goodness. And most of it is music lifted from the game too. So if you enjoy the music from the anime, you'll love the music from the game.
Yeah.
Actually a little fun fact about the battle theme. Face Out, I think it's not Face Out to the Truth. It's it was something like that. Anyway, that song was one of the main complaints of the game.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason people are like, it gets really annoying.
Okay.
And they didn't take it out in Golden, but what they did was they replaced it with another song called Time to Make History, which is also a really, really dope song. I think it's a better battle song. But they saved Reach Out. It's Reach Out to the Truth. Yeah, Reach Out to the Truth. They saved it to when you sneak up on enemies. Whenever you sneak up enemies and get an advantage over them, it plays that song. So it plays less frequently, but it's still pretty cool that they kept it in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, music is really, really, really good.
Yeah, really good.
Do you have any favorite tracks or any tracks that stick in your head?
I don't even know.
I know they're just really. They're all.
It's as a whole, it's like really good.
Yeah. Oh, and a really cool thing. There's some anime only songs in there, and Shoji Meguro worked on those also on the anime exclusive songs to make sure that they're good. There's even the True Story, that song. So they produced it for the anime, and Shoji Meguro loved it so much they put it in Golden.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a scene where they added a bunch of new events for Golden, and one of the events is like this event at Junes where they're trying to attract people to Junes, and Risa's like, "What? I don't put I'll just do a concert." And she does like an impromptu concert at Junes. And that's the song.
Cool.
That's the song they do with like everyone's playing an instrument.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's like the band.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's pretty. I might look that one up for you later because it's just really funny to see like who's playing what. Like I think Kanji's on drums, and then like I think the girls are on like trumpets. Yeah, and it's pretty funny.
Is somebody on triangle?
I wish.
You know the Junes music is pretty good.
Oh yeah, the do 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 do. Yeah, that's a great one.
And the theme song of Junes is pretty good.
It's here at Junes, every day is Customer Appreciation Day. So come on in. So every day's great at your Junes. One of my favorite scenes in the game, they don't show it in this one, is that happens a lot where almost every time Nanako is watching TV, that commercial will come on and she sings it every time. And there's a moment where it happens, I think she sings it, and then one of the choices you can do is like be silent or say like at your Junes, and then you say it, she goes, "You know the words?" And she's like really excited. Really, really, really cute.
It sounds like the game has like a lot of detail in it.
Yeah. So one of my favorite details, someone pointed it out to me, and I can't not see it. So when you go up to your room, you hear the patter of socked feet on a wood stairs. Because it's a wood stairway.
Yeah.
So you just hear it as you're going up, and it's really moody. And like on rainy nights, you can hear the rain outside, and there's a lot of really cool details.
Yeah.
There's like details that are like so deep that you got to be like a real fan to discern. Like the save point of the Persona 4 is or of the Persona games, they're butterflies. They're blue butterflies. And I don't think they show up in the anime, but in the Persona series, blue butterflies represent good, and like this being of like light.
Yeah.
And then the yellow eyes are a trait of like this evil being.
Okay.
That's through the series.
Okay. And kind of like Star Wars.
Yeah, and they're never mentioned in the games. Like you had to have played the old games to get what those mean.
Oh, okay.
And it's like really cool like details. This would be a game I would love to LP one day. It's so long. Like we'd have to.
Yeah, you have to really dedicate.
Yeah.
Some time to that.
Like if we were, instead of doing Danganronpa, if we just sat down and started from Persona, we'd probably be like 3/4 of the way done by now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's a 60-hour game.
Okay.
So not as bad as most JRPGs. But yeah, it's 60 hours. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, music good.
Yeah, music's good.
Music good. Game
Game good.
All right. So, do you have anything general do you want to say before we jump in?
I like the eye catches.
Oh,
with the status of like how powerful he's getting.
Yeah, so that's not lifted from the game, but that pentagram or whatever.
Yeah,
that's from the game. You can see the cool things about the games is like you can read books to up your certain stats. You can get jobs to get certain stats. You can go fishing and get certain stats.
Okay.
And it's all about like the first playthrough is like stat building.
Okay.
And a funny thing about it is, I don't know if you kind of caught it or not. There's the reoccurring theme of the beef bowl at Aya.
Oh yeah.
And in the game, it only happens on rainy days where you can actually challenge it. You can actually eat it. If you go in there with not enough stats, you don't finish it.
Okay.
And it'll tell you like, all the the beef is beyond your comprehension, and like you don't know how to finish it, and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as you get enough stats, and in the anime, he had enough stats. As soon as you had enough, you eat the whole bowl at the end.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
And, that's a really cool character too. Is her name Ai?
I think so. She is an anime only character.
Is she?
Yeah.
I was hoping that like the whole like leave your bowls anywhere and the delivery service. I thought that was an anime thing where you could just like call up the delivery.
You mean a game?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, a game thing.
No, it's an anime only, which kind of sucks because in Golden, when you go to Aya and you order something, because it's like I forget what it. I think if you go there normally, whatever you eat gives you stats. It gives you social stats, and you can talk to the manager, and he goes, "Oh yeah, my daughter goes to your school. And yeah, she's here sometimes, but she's always out on deliveries."
Okay.
Which is her, which is pretty cool. Another actually really cool detail about characters who are there but not really there is Risei's rival. Her name's Kanami.
Yeah.
So really funny in Persona 4 Dancing All Night, you meet Kanami.
Oh, you do?
She's one of the playable characters in the game.
That's cool.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I was gonna ask you because there was a character that she's like wearing a pink costume, right?
Well, it's like yellow.
Oh, okay. I might be mistaken.
Yeah, but
I was gonna ask her who that was.
Yeah,
I had a feeling it was Economy.
Yeah, it's Kanami. I forget what her last name is, but yeah, she shows up later, which is a pretty cool like wink to the game and the series. So I have a lot of notes here for general.
For general.
Yeah, like for one, the dub is really really good.
Oh yeah.
They got almost everybody back for it. I think the only ones they didn't get back were Naoto's voice actor.
Oh, okay.
And then they didn't get Kanji's voice actor, which is Troy Baker.
Oh, okay.
But Troy Baker,
game, right?
No, for the anime. Well, he's Kanji in the anime,
game.
in the game. He actually only plays. Did you notice that Kanji's voice changed? You probably didn't because he's really the guy they got. It's really good. Troy Baker, I think, leaves in episode 16. I think is the last one he appears in.
Oh, okay.
And then the guy they got to replace him is from there on, but he's really good. He does his voice really good.
Yeah.
Like even I was aware that it happened, and I didn't catch it until I was like,
oh yeah.
That happened.
That happened already.
I was like, I think where I found it, I was like, wait, when does it happen? Oh, it already did happen. Oh, okay. But yeah, the guy they got, he's really good, and he does the voice acting now for Kanji and the fighting games and all that good stuff.
And I think I read that Bang Zoom did all the voiceover stuff, right?
Yeah, something like that. They outsourced it. Sentai Filmworks didn't do the dub.
Yeah.
Funny things about the dub. There's a lot of wrong things in the dub.
Really?
So one of the weird things I picked up in the first episode, when Dojima is talking to the gas station attendant, the gas station attendant goes like, "Oh, you going out of town?" He goes, "Oh," Dojima goes, "No, I just picked up my nephew from the airport. They came from the train station."
He came from the train, yeah.
I was like, that's a little weird. And then another one was when Yosuke breaks Chie's DVD. I think it says like Legend of the Seiryu or something like that on it. That's what the translation says. But she says, "Oh, you broke my Trial of the Dragon," and Trial of the Dragon is the name in the game.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, someone didn't tell the translation team that that's what it was. And then a weird also thing is Teddy's Japanese name is Kuma.
Yeah.
And in the subtitles, it says like when Yosuke is looking at his phone, it says like Kumachi or something like that. Okay. That's what he calls him in the Japanese. Yeah. But no one told him to put Teddy.
Yeah. So, I didn't really catch a lot of the like word stuff because where I was watching it, it didn't translate. It didn't.
Oh, it didn't have the translations on them.
It didn't have it.
Okay, yeah, no worries. But yeah,
So a lot of the things like the note that you got, like
I
didn't know what it said.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
They kind of say it what it said. Yeah. The gist of it.
They end up saying it eventually, but
you're like,
when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know what that says.
Yeah, hopefully they say something.
Yeah.
So I got this note. Like, what did it say?
After some analysis, your note. I'm like, what did the note say?
Yeah. They actually did a really good job on the Blu-rays, putting them in there.
Okay.
So I did enjoy it. And then every time the lyrics would kick into a song, they'd be up there. So it was really cool. I like the sense of time this anime gives.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it's just because of the calendar.
Yeah, that's another like thing that I really enjoyed was the calendar.
Yeah,
really cool.
It just there's like just certain things of it just brings all these emotions back from the game. Like the calendar is one of them, and then the different when they get show off different emotions, like they have like the teardrop on the back of their head.
Oh yeah,
like different stuff. Like that's from the game also. Which is a really, really cool. Like just the different things from the game.
Yeah, I like that the calendar like it shows you like when it's gonna rain. Or, like today is like cloudy and kind of sunny.
Yeah, because they don't mention it in here, but it's always 3 days of rain. 3 days of rain in a row lead to a day of fog.
Oh, okay.
So that's usually the last 3 days of any case of rain, and the last day is fog, and then they show up dead. Which is a really cool detail, but they kind of didn't really, they glossed over it, over that fact. So, but the really fun part, they kind of do talk about it, but kind of don't, is that the kind of cool things about their shadows is that their shadows aren't really bad. They just want to be accepted. And you can see that like in their faces, like when they're like, "No, you are part of me," and like they get
like emotional.
Yeah, they get like happy or like like thank you for accepting me, kind of stuff, and like that shows like to the whole theme of the anime is like acceptance or
accepting who you are.
Yeah, the more broader sense is the whole anime is about seeking the truth.
Yeah,
and it even comes down to like the reason why the shadows are like that is because that's how people kind of perceive them. They're trying to fight back against what their perceptions are that people have of them. And it's really cool. That's why I kind of hate what Persona 5 is, because Persona 3 is more like, who cares what people think about you?
Yeah,
like you be what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And then Persona 5 is basically like, no, you should care what people think about you.
The complete opposite of that.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird. But yeah, I really love that messaging behind the Persona 4 especially.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, be yourself, just be yourself. Like,
yeah,
everybody has, bad thoughts once in a while, but just because you have a bad thought doesn't mean that you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Or that it's like your whole being. Like, it's just a part of being yourself. Even the worst parts of us are still parts of us.
Yeah, exactly.
And just hiding them from the world makes it worse. Like, just know be comfortable with who you are, I guess.
Yeah, accept who you are.
Yeah. And then from then you can grow. So one of my favorite transitions in the anime, there's a lot of cool shot to shot transitions, and there's one where it's like Chie, she's looking at Yukiko's she's looking at Yukiko as some guy is like talking to her. And he's like, after the test scores, it's like trying to show that she's jealous of Yukiko because she's getting all this guy's attention.
Oh yeah.
And she's like top of the class.
And
she's like just standing there, and the camera doesn't pivot. The background pivots to like outside of the classroom. And then I think it like zooms in on her, and when it zooms back out, it's like they're in the classroom. And it's like a really cool transition between the two spots. There's some other ones I just can't really remember off the top of my head. Another really fun general detail I loved about this anime: everybody crushes their Persona cards differently.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's really cool.
Yeah, like Chie like kicks her card. Yukiko hits hers with a fan.
Yeah.
Kanji like crushes it, like I think he punches it.
Yeah, he does like an uppercut kind of thing.
And I think Naoto shoots hers, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She does like some sort of pointing finger thing.
Yeah. So yeah, really cool for.
I really like the girl in the Velvet Room, how she crushes the card with her book.
Oh, with her book. Yeah, Margaret.
That's really cool.
Because fun thing about that book, it's a compendium. So that's where she keeps all the personas that you make. Because in the game, you go and you like fuse persona. Like in the anime, he fuses them to make new ones. So in order to gain higher personas, you have to fuse the ones in your party, and you fuse them in the Velvet Room. And then the book she has is whenever you make a new one, it gets slotted in, so you can just like resummon it later. So that's why like when she's summoning them, she opens the book.
Yeah.
She's summoning them from what your list was.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's also I'm pretty sure I showed you my 3DS, my Persona 3DS I have.
Yeah.
That it's basically that book that she has.
Okay.
Yeah, really cool. Margaret's also a really cool character that we don't really see. Like we see her being fun a little bit.
Oh yeah, when she's like talking about the R's and L's and stuff.
Yeah,
being hard to pronounce or something like that.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, let me sing you the long nose song.
That's funny.
Yeah, my master has a big nose and like all that stuff. And then there's just like a lot of like one of the weird ones. Just like the opening where it's like no one's there. And like, we went out on business. We'll be back later.
Yes, that's another thing that I didn't get to know. Like, what did the note say? I don't know.
Oh, you're like, it said like the first note when it shows it said like, we're out. We'll be back later, essentially.
Yeah.
And then the note was saying like, you like usually what she usually says.
Yeah.
Like, you made a new bond with I don't know what it was, Chariot or something, or Lovers.
Shining Chariot.
Shining, exactly. let's see, what else do I have on here? I have a bunch of stuff. So it's like he's whenever they're reading books from the game.
Okay.
Which is really cool because, like I said earlier, you can read books to
up your stats.
Up your stats, and every book they read is a book from the game. Oh, so the interpretation of the MC of you, pretty cool. I mentioned earlier to Jay, in the game, there's usually 3 choices to any question they ask you.
Yeah.
One's a serious yes, one a serious no question. The other one's just like a weird off the wall one, and they chose the weird off the wall
every time, right?
Every time, yeah. Which is personally the one I choose when I play the game. It just makes the game a lot more fun.
Yeah.
To hear characters be like, "What?"
I remember a long time ago, I played like a visual novel game, and it had an option like that.
Yeah.
But the option every time was to break dance.
The heck, all right.
So like, you could play the whole. It's a short little visual novel, and you could play the whole game just breakdancing at every encounter that you get, and the ending is like you just breakdance for the rest of your life.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, another cool detail. The culprit delivered the fishing rod.
The what?
The culprit. Not the culprit, but the delivery man. The one who they thought was the culprit.
Oh, really?
He delivers the fishing rod in that episode.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
And then Ayane's playing Nevermore on her trombone.
Yeah.
Which was a pretty cool detail. Another one that can actually go in, I said that for right now, but the whole Nanako situation, even though I knew it was gonna happen and how it was gonna end, I still got really emotional. How did you feel during that?
I was sad. I knew at some point Nanako was gonna go into the game.
Right.
It was the anime was a little bit predictable with with that, and but I didn't think she was gonna die.
Right.
And I was pretty sad too. I was like, what? I was like, this little girl dies.
The cute little sister.
I know, the one that didn't do anything.
Oh my goodness. And my other favorite little detail is that Teddy even says it, like she didn't have a persona because she's too young. Like she's too innocent to have insecurities about herself.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said something that really broke my heart, and it's kind of mentioned in the anime. The reason why her place was heaven was because that's the one place where she can see her mom.
Yeah,
was heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh
yeah.
And in the game, every time you go up a level in the dungeon, you can usually hear the person, whoever the dungeon is, say stuff, and all of it's like really sad things about. In the game, it's all about sad things about like oh mom, why did you leave me? Please, I just want to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh
yeah,
poor Nanako. And then as we can go into character design
or art
and cinematography. One of my favorite art details about this anime is, I want to know if you noticed this, but did you notice the years on their collars?
Yes, I was gonna mention that right off the bat.
Oh,
it's really cool.
I love that detail. Mm-hmm. It's so cool.
You know, like we've done a lot of anime so far, but I feel this is the strongest school uniform that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think this is the coolest uniform. Well, what do you think is another contender?
The Kill la Kill's uniforms.
Oh yeah, I guess
those are pretty strong.
Yeah,
the No Star uniforms are still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the variation of everyone's uniform is really, really strong too.
You know, I didn't really like when you like opened up his jacket at the beginning. I liked it better closed.
Oh yeah,
but everybody had to be somewhat different.
What I don't get is I think I mentioned to you in the beginning of the week. I was like, I love it when you can look at a crowd shot and just see who the main characters are going to be.
Oh yeah.
Because you like one of my favorite shots is the opening. When you first, it's like a shot from you's perspective.
Yeah.
Of looking at the class,
mm-hmm.
and everyone's wearing like their black coat or the white thing.
Yeah.
But there's Yukiko wearing her red, and Chie wearing her
tracksuit.
Her tracksuit. Yeah, exactly. But the funny thing about Yukiko's clothes that I never got is that they're school branded clothes, but no one else wears them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I was like, what? I don't get it. And I don't know. And then, Chie's this whole design is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like her track jacket.
I really liked her track jacket.
Yeah.
Really cool.
The zippered up all the way to the neck, turtleneck looking one.
Mm-hmm.
And then her summer is just the jacket's tied around her waist.
Yeah.
Really cool design. And then her winter one is still a green jacket, but it's like a different green jacket.
Yeah.
It still looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of cool outfits in this anime. I really liked Kanji's, all of his outfits. Pretty cool. I really liked his like biker jacket towards the end when it was winter.
Oh, real quick, one of my favorite things about Golden, there's this one other character you can hang out with that she's a Golden character.
Uh-huh.
And you go shopping with her, and you meet Chie and Yukiko out in the wild, and they're shopping too.
Uh-huh.
And the character goes, "Wow, you guys are really red and really green," and like everything that they're giving the character to try on is either red or green. And she's like, yeah, those aren't my real colors. And then she goes, "Oh, I wear way more than green." She goes, "Look," she's all, "Which one do you like? This blue one or this yellow one?" And she's all, "Blue and yellow. That makes green."
That's funny.
Yeah. So it's a really cute scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's your favorite? Who has your favorite costume in the game, in the movie, in the anime?
I like Naoto.
Naoto, yeah, Naoto's her blue detective uniform is really, really strong.
Yeah.
Even her Shadow's mad scientist. Look really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
I really like the you showed me in the game, and I recall this outfit. She had like plaid pants at one point. I really like that outfit.
She doesn't. I actually do enjoy
all of her outfits are pretty much the same, but like it has like the small little nuances, like the plaid pants and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Also, I don't know how Naoto can go to school looking like that too. She has like when she goes to school and like almost in her detective uniform.
I know, right?
It's like it's all fine. She can wear whatever she wants. And like Kanji always has his skull shirt on.
Mm-hmm. Or flames or something.
Yeah. Pretty strong. And then a lot of I know there's a lot of costume changes. Everyone has a lot of costume changes, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, their everyday clothes are really cool as well.
Do you have any cinematography notes?
There was one shot that I really enjoyed was like it might have happened more than once, but it was when you was like watching the Midnight Channel, and as soon as like it stopped, you saw his reflection in the TV.
Ooh,
and that was really cool. I thought that was like, oh, that was a nice like little detail. Like it was you watching the TV, like you from you's point of perspective. Yeah, and it was pretty cool. Like you see your own face right after it's done.
I really like the CRT sounds they use for the TV.
Oh yeah, that's a nice detail.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And then you hear it a lot too.
The buzz.
Yeah, like you hear during the episode when the episode title comes on.
Yeah,
you hear that really cool sound effect of it turning on and then turning off. Really, really strong.
Yeah, really nice detail.
This anime has a bunch of little details, and it's really, really nice. Yeah. The thing for the game is just full of little details. Mm-hmm. I think I told you before when I started watching the anime, I was like, I felt like I was back home, like I was back in Inaba, and it actually does. It really felt like that for me.
I think you texted me like earlier that like the atmosphere of the anime like really does give you like a small town feel.
Yeah.
And I'd have to agree with that. It's like you feel like everybody knows each other in this show.
So that's why I am kind of excited. Like when if we do eventually play this game, it's really fun of just feeling really homey.
Yeah.
Really like comfortable feeling game.
Mm-hmm.
All the cinematography shows I could think of are like a lot of the action scenes are really well shot.
Oh yeah.
Too. Mm-hmm. Nothing two particular, that transition I talked about earlier
Yeah.
was like one of my favorite ones. I like really not off-putting transitions like that, but really smooth
Yeah.
like that.
You know the opening that the Risei opening was pretty
Yeah,
cool
it was
as
shot like
well.
a music video.
Yeah, it looked really nice.
That's why I wanted to mention it earlier. I just really forgot about it.
And I felt like the animation for that was like the best in the whole anime was like them dancing, the whole group. I felt that animation was like really good.
Yeah, you could tell this anime was kind of like jankily put together.
Yeah,
in points,
but I had some good spots as well.
Oh yeah. Do you have any more cinematography notes you want to mention?
No, not too much. I only really had that reflection shot that I enjoyed.
All right, so let's go. Least favorite characters.
Least favorite.
So personally the characters who I find most annoying of the principal cast. I really don't like Yosuke.
Okay.
He's my least favorite character. My least favorite of the. I like him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Him and Teddy. I have both of my least favorite characters.
Okay.
I like them. It just sometimes they're like overbearing.
Yeah, I would probably have to agree with you. I think Teddy is more of like off-putting to me.
Oh, just like
But I like him anyway.
He's like a weird innocent horn dog.
Yeah.
Also.
He's like a horny little kid. That's how I.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's the way that I felt, like the kind of vibe that I got from him. But like actual characters that I didn't like the actual bad guy. What was his name? Adachi.
Really?
Yeah,
you didn't like him the whole time, or you didn't like him the reveal as him as a bad guy?
The thing is, I felt like he was very insensitive to like a lot of the stuff that happens.
But it makes sense. It makes sense. Like if you think about it now, you're like, oh, I can see why he's a weird guy.
But I like that whole time I was like, okay, like they're crying in the hallway, like why is everybody crying? What happened?
And then he's like,
what do you think happened?
They're all Nanako's gone. He's like, oh boy, Dojima's gonna be mad.
I need to go back to.
Yeah, he's like a really weird. And then like once you find out he's actually like a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And a very horrible person.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because he's like the name of his persona is Magatsu Izunagi, which Magatsu is like word for like chaos or basically chaos, and he is like the opposite of you, essentially.
Yeah, it was like isn't Yu's like main one like Izanagi?
Yeah,
it's like the same word, right?
Yeah, it's the same, which is a Japanese, basically the Japanese folklore god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is Izanagi.
You know when they're like at that episode where they're like trying to think like who can go up to like everybody's like house and nobody would bat an eye to him, and I was trying to think of like what character did we see? Like I was trying to figure it out on my own, like who the bad guy was.
Yeah, could you have figured it out? Did you guess it? I guess this is what you thought.
No, you know who I thought it was?
Who?
I thought it was the gas station guy. I thought it was him from the start.
Really?
Yeah, because like when I saw like, why do they show this guy's like designed for some reason, and he never shows up, and then like there's like a quick glimpse of him like towards the end of the anime as well, and I thought it was him. I was like he works at the gas station. That's probably the only gas station in town. Yeah, so I'm sure everybody knows him.
Everybody has to go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I guess that he's such a weird character because in a 60-hour RPG, you don't remember stuff exactly the stuff that happens an hour into it, or the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, for me, to finding out that he's actually Izanami, the like evil god, at the end is like, holy crap! Like this one note character.
Yeah. All he did was shake your hand, and that was it.
Yeah. Bam, pregnant, got him.
Yep.
Yeah, really. I remember when I first played the game, I had to look up who it was. No, I think I got spoiled on who it was.
Okay.
But I had no idea. Like I knew the whole time who it was, but I had no idea how they wanted you to guess that it was him the whole time. And
yeah, it is kind of like, I don't know.
It is kind of out of the blue.
Yeah,
that it's Adachi. But if you follow if you do follow the clues of that Naoto sets out, like it kind of does make sense if you think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like it seems more or less of an ass pull.
Mm.
But like with that logic, it could be like, oh, it was Dojima. Like Dojima could have done the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like, cause like somebody who can go up to you and you wouldn't, it would be like a cop.
Yeah, exactly.
The one that got me was like it does make sense that it was the delivery man.
Yeah.
Because everyone's family works in something.
Yeah.
So like Rise is the tofu.
Mm-hmm.
Tofu place, the Amagi Inn.
Yeah.
The textile shop. I had no idea what textiles were until this game came out.
It's like blankets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or just
quilts,
like,
quilting,
or just cloth.
Things. Yeah, cloth. Essentially, it's just cloth.
Yeah. Just material.
Yeah, and then now I guess Natsu's the only one because it's a detective.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Junes was the other guy.
Yeah, but he wasn't really thrown in.
Mm.
Saki was the alcohol.
The
drugstore, but the liquor store.
The liquor store, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty cool.
And her name's Saki.
It's pretty funny. I didn't even realize that until now. Do you have any other least favorite characters?
Not really, but I want to jump back into art and cinematography. I just remembered something.
Yeah, go ahead.
The food in this anime looks hella good.
Ooh. Okay. So I've had this idea in my head ever since I played the game. I always wanted to open up a restaurant about challenges, like have a food challenge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like every menu item would be a food challenge. And I wanted to offer on only rainy days, the rainy day special. And it was just a giant beef bowl from the Persona 4.
That's a cool idea.
That beef bowl, oh my goodness. Like it's so much food, but it looks so good.
I know. Even though like me and being vegan, like food looks good no matter what it looks like.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't always vegan, you weren't born vegan.
Yeah, I know. When food looks good, it looks good.
Right?
Yeah.
Oof. Even their cups of like instant ramen when they're sitting there look really good.
It's just like with like when they get like the ramen and then like the nori, like the big stack of nori looks really good.
Oof.
You know, I just had some ramen today. Well, not ramen. I had udon today.
Ooh, there you go.
Right before I got here.
That sounds hella good, actually.
Yeah.
So, did you have any other least favorite characters you want to talk about?
No, not really. Do you have anything else?
Nah. So, a little inside baseball here. I didn't write down a favorite character because I love all the characters in this anime, and I can talk about every one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So
favorite characters.
Okay, so Okay, we got to decide this right now, Jay. Who is your waifu, Jay?
Oh, mine is now I can't even say her
Naoto?
name. Naoto.
Come on, that's Kanji's girl, bro. But you can make the argument that Chie would be I would say Ryuji. It's a different dude. That it's why can't I remember his name?
Kanji?
Yosuke is Yosuke's girl. Because Yosuke, from the beginning, I felt like Yosuke and Chie were
totally gonna get together.
Yeah. I don't know if you got that same feeling.
A little bit.
Like just how like weird pushy he is with her. Mm-hmm. Like if he would say like he likes her, I would have been like, yeah, you're right. Like I felt bad because Chie is my waifu. I don't think you can see it. I have a Chie figure in my closet.
Oh really?
Yeah. And she's sitting at a Ultimax arcade machine.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, she is my favorite character. Something about her hair and just her green like makes her stand out.
Green.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I really like green.
Yeah, green's my favorite color.
Yeah, especially like on her, looks really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, that's a fine. I can't hate you on that. At least you didn't say like Ayane, the band girl. Fun fact, I think I told you this earlier, but on Valentine's Day, if you romance multiple girls, you have to break up with girls.
Yeah.
There are girls who don't even get a cutscene.
Really?
Ayane is one of them, and I is another one. The girl who's the manager for the sports team.
Okay.
They get texts.
Oh.
Yeah, they get a pull out your phone and text them, and like, oh, that's done.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but the other girls, you actually have to go out to them and break their heart.
Text message breakup.
Yeah.
What a scumbag.
Yeah, exactly.
What, he is a man whore.
Yeah, he's a horrible human being if you decide to play him that way.
Yeah.
In Persona 5, you actually get your comeuppance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they all the girl, if you romance multiple girls on Valentine's Day, you don't choose anybody to go out with that day. On the 15th, they all show up to your house.
Really? And
with
they
gifts.
beat you up?
Yeah.
Oh, with gifts?
Yeah, because they're like, oh, you didn't call me yesterday. I didn't want to go out, so I thought you were sick. But I'm seeing all these girls out here. What's your explanation? What? Real quick before we get into that, talking about romances, they actually took out a really cool mechanic from 3 when they went to 4, and if you were in a middle of a girl's social link,
yeah,
and you were doing someone out another girl's social link, there was a RNG chance that the other girl would show up during one of your social links.
Oh, really?
And break both of them. Essentially, so then you had 1 week to make up with both of them,
wow.
Or else your social link would just stop and go negative, and you could never recover it after that.
Wow.
So like it's one of those games too. Like you can't turn them down either. Like you have to go all the. So like when you do social links, you have to be like, okay, I'm gonna only do one girl and one guy, and go through with it, and then start another one, go through with it. And go through with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really, really cool mechanic, but then they took it out because I don't know. It was kind of
it kind of
restricts.
would suck. Yeah.
It restricts what you can do or not. But it's kind of like a real thing of like, oh, go on this date, and then because it is kind of a small town, like it's an island. It's a port island, so like people are gonna just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are the odds? Someone
more likely than a big city,
right? Especially like in think about like in a small town like Inaba, like where everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So like word will get around like, oh yeah, this guy's a
two-timing all these girls.
He's a man whore. We're back to favorite characters. So yeah, obviously my favorite girl is Chie.
I also like Rise.
Rise is also really good. I think it kind of hints that Rise is the canon love interest. Because like she loves you no matter what.
Yeah.
And I also really love her. She's really I think she's my secondary.
Yeah, I would say she was my second as well.
If Kanji, because I love Kanji so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't take Naoto away from you because Naoto's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And so is Kanji's really cool. They make a really cute couple.
Yeah. I would hope that they got together.
Yeah. And then Kanji, really, really cool character.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned to you before. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast or after we turned it off. But I was like, come on, there's a character that they credit him for being gay. And I don't think he's gay.
Yeah.
I actually do think he's more pansexual than anything.
Like he likes both?
Yeah. So like,
or like everybody?
Yeah. So like what a pansexual is like
it doesn't
you're
matter.
more attracted to personality than anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what attracts Kanji to Naoto is because Naoto is just this really cool.
Yeah, mysterious type. That's what he said he likes. Is mysterious
really
types.
Cool mysterious types.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Naoto, just her design is really cool. I think we mentioned it before. Her designs are really cool. Mm-hmm. And were you shocked to find out the reveal?
Yeah.
Or did you kind of know?
It was pretty unexpected.
Yo, it's a reverse trap.
Yeah, and then as soon as I found out, I loved her.
Yeah, I loved her even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's a dope character.
Yeah.
Her social link in the game has to do with her being a detective and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And like they mentioned in her episode, it's like she thinks that she can only go so far if she kept being a woman. That's
Yeah.
it, like in the back of her head.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a boys' club and no one will
Yeah.
take her seriously. One, because she's a kid. Two, because she's a child.
She's a girl.
Yeah, or I said it twice.
Yeah, you said child and kid.
Child and kid. As a girl.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
No,
it
she's-
sucks to be a girl, man.
yeah. Also, fun fact. I know I'm throwing a lot of Persona fun facts in here.
I know you are.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But there's a character in Persona 5. They call him the second Detective Prince.
Oh, really?
Yeah, referring to Naoto as
The first.
the first. Yeah. All right. And then we have Yu. I think Yu is a really funny.
Yeah,
character.
very goofy character. Very
Yeah.
well, very. He's like very stiff most of the time, but
Oh.
he's very goofy.
I guess I didn't really mention it in Arms of His Heart, but I guess we could jump real quick. I didn't like how stiff the characters looked at times.
Yeah,
But you eventually get over it. But I don't know. It just doesn't look natural, I guess is the right way to put it.
yeah. But you forget about that with like a few episodes in.
Oh yeah. Who I think we talked about almost all the girls already.
Yeah. Well, except for
Yukiko.
Yukiko. Yeah.
She's okay. She's fine.
Yeah, she's okay.
I don't really.
I do like her that she likes dumb jokes. That's
Yeah,
that's very
her
endearing.
her dorky laugh is really endearing too.
yeah.
But other than that, she's like, she's okay. She's not.
Red's
she's
a cool color.
Yeah. She's like a bottom tier wife.
Yeah.
If you ever get into the Persona fandom, like there's like the obviously top tier
Yeah.
Risei Naoto Yukiko, no, Risei Naoto Chie, and then bottom's like Yukiko, and then if you choose like if you choose I or like the band girl, there's a drama club girl who has a completely different story, but she's the same arcana as
the band girl.
the band girl.
Okay.
So like do either or. Same thing for the sports club. You can either join basketball or soccer
Mm-hmm.
too, and so you get to know the soccer guy more. And
Okay.
he's a cool dude.
The guy with the nose thing.
Yeah. What's his name? The guy who plays the basketball player. The voice actor? What's his name?
Oh, I don't
From
know.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I don't
He plays
remember.
Ed.
Oh, Vic Mignogna?
Yeah, Vic Mignogna. Yeah, it's Vic Mignogna. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, very high profile voice actors in this anime too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if you noticed too, Johnny Young Bosch plays Yu and he plays Adachi also.
Oh, it's the same guy?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's really confusing in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't have any real voice lines
Yeah.
in the game. But as Adachi, he had to change his voice he does for Adachi in the anime because it's really similar to like his own voice, and Yu is more of his own voice in this one, so he
Yeah.
had to like swap it up.
Yeah, what the Adachi voice, I was like, that sounds like super familiar. Like it sounds like something from Digimon, like somebody from Digimon maybe.
Yeah, but it's the reason why it's not familiar was because it's Yu's voice.
Yeah.
Who else is in here that we can talk about? Margaret. Oh, Margaret's probably my most underutilized character actually. Jumping into that.
Who's that?
Margaret's the girl in the Velvet Room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like who's that? It's a girl.
I
who,
don't
like,
think they ever mention her name in the anime, right?
Only a few bit. I just know it because I know it from the game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She's cool.
yeah, I don't think they do actually mention. I think she says it in the beginning,
Yeah, she might have.
but
I don't recall. It's a long time ago.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, her name's Margaret. She's a really cute character.
Yeah, she's kind of goofy too.
She loves puns, and they don't really say it much in this one. The girl in 4, there's another. They call them denizens.
Mm-hmm.
So denizens of the Velvet Room.
Yeah.
There's another denizen. Her whole shtick is that she writes bad poetry, and it's very, very funny because you'll go into the Velvet Room to do Velvet Room stuff, and then it's like, oh, you spot something on the floor, and then you pick it up, and then it gets a really bad poem that she wrote. Yeah, it's pretty adorable.
I really like that during like the school festival thing. Margaret was there.
The fortune
She was
teller.
the fortune teller.
Yeah. That's who. I don't know if you caught that. That's who told Nanako about
the man whore thing. Right?
The man whore thing. Yeah. God, really, really good characters. Igor also would probably be. Do you know who Igor is?
Sounds familiar.
Igor is the guy with the long nose. In the
oh
velvet room.
yeah.
Him also. I don't think I actually know a lot about Igor, because I started playing with 3, and he's more of just the guy who's in the velvet room.
Okay.
And I think he's like a sub person in 1 and 2. Like he's in training in 1 and 2 to be the master of the room.
Oh, okay.
And like in the master of the room, I think dies in 2, and then he becomes the master. But yes, I don't know much about him, but I would love to know more.
Yeah.
He's a cool character.
Yeah, he looks cool.
And then Aya, I don't know her name's. I forget her name. The chick who works at Aya.
The delivery
girl. Yeah, she's also a really cool character.
I would put her as underutilized. She's another. I think she would probably be my second waifu.
She's very cute.
Yeah, I like how like she's like very stone faced, like not really no emotion whatsoever.
Yeah, whatever. I'm out.
But she's like really cute and peace sign. There we go.
Is that everybody? I mean, and then we could talk about
underutilized.
Yeah, almost the ones I felt more underutilized. All the 1 episode characters.
Yeah.
Like all the
Saki's brother, I really liked.
Yeah, I really like the old woman that he got the.
Oh yeah, the comb back from.
The comb back. What's really funny is I think in the game, it's a ring, and that fish is like a legendary fish that you have to do certain requirements to actually get it.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it's the social link stops until you catch that fish. She's like, "Oh, get my ring back," and then you have to go get the ring back before you can keep doing her social link, and it's pretty cool. The fox, that fox is really cool.
Oh yeah, another cute animal.
He the cool thing, the why I love that fox is my homie, because what that fox does in the game is amazing. He makes it he heals you for money in the TV.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. So like he's whenever before they go into a dungeon, there was in that like that neutral world or whatever.
Yeah.
You can go. The fox is like sitting in the corner, and like the thing's like, oh, somehow the fox you met outside is in here. Like, do you want to give him money? And if you donate money to him, he heals all your magic and all your HP back up.
There we go.
So yeah, and then the more that you do his social link, the less it costs to use him.
Oh, okay.
As it goes.
Okay. So that's probably why like he knew where like money was.
Yeah.
In the anime.
And then like and he gives you the money to buy the umbrella at the end too.
Yeah. Because he spent all his money on like what
the Neo Featherman.
The Neo Featherman.
Oh man, I can't wait to talk about episodes. Can we talk about episodes now? I think we mentioned about everybody who we really liked.
Pretty much.
I guess we can talk about least favorite real quick, because I only have one little least thing I didn't really like about it.
Okay.
And we kind of touched on it of how many underutilized characters that we actually have in this anime.
Mm-hmm.
They gloss over character development really quick.
Yeah.
And like I would love for even the principal cast to get more than one big character moment. Because like if you think about it, everyone does only get one big character moment in the anime.
Yeah.
And like one really close moment with you, where like it's kind of like you kind of don't know who he likes in it, because like Chie is that whole moment of her like kind of bearing her heart out to him.
Yeah. After the kid was being bullied, right?
The kid was being bullied, yeah.
On the school trip.
But that's all you get for her.
Yeah.
Yukiko's all like I think it's like right after she tells the TV people to go away.
Oh yeah.
And like he has the drink or whatever, and he's talking to her.
Yeah. Oh, there's also that time when they're like trying to tail the person that they thought was the killer.
Yeah.
And they were alone together.
Funny thing about that part of the game, he shouldn't have had enough courage to ask her for her number. There's actually in the game there's a choice to be like, oh, like just straight out ask for her number, and then if you don't have enough courage, it goes, you like stammer the words and you can't get it out, and then you say something else, and then she gives you the number. But like it's really dope when you play through again. It lets you keep your social stats, so you can be like, oh, I'll let me get your number, like just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll blush, and like there's like the same scene with that for like Chie, where you're like, hey, let me just get your number, just give me your digits, and she's like, oh, okay. And there's a really cool courage moment early on when the teacher's introducing you, King Moron, and you can basically tell him to go shove it, but if you don't have enough courage, like you can't choose it. He's like, oh, okay. So it's pretty funny. Do you have any least favorite
Moments?
things? Yeah, moments or things about the anime.
I don't know. Like off the top of my head, just the copycat killer. I didn't really enjoy like his whole thing.
Oh, you didn't like the fetus?
The fetus.
Yeah, the copycat killer.
Yeah.
That's Mitsuo.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like the whole situation. Or you didn't like his.
I didn't like his like character and like what he had to do with like kind of like a red herring kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what I guess the delivery man is a little bit of a red herring, but
Oh yeah, I guess that. But I think that one was more
a
made
setup.
more
Right?
made sense.
Yeah. Especially I like the fact that like no, King Moron, he didn't die from these weird wounds. He got hit in the head
Yeah.
and the guy strung him up.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Imagine how hard it would have been to put a limp
get
body
him
up there.
Yeah. Did you also notice in the theme song it spoils that he dies?
Does it? Yeah, I didn't know.
His body is in the opening.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, it's not.
I guess
funny,
that's
but
also one of my least favorite moments too, is that
It spoils-
it spoils the party members. Like
Yeah.
you know right away, like Naoto's gonna join your party. Like that
Mhm.
one I think is the more
and they spoil that pretty early on.
exactly. I mean, the spoiler in the
before,
opening.
before you even know who
Meet
that
'em.
character is.
Well, before you know anybody,
Yeah.
you see there in your party.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like not a big thing when they join your party.
Yeah.
But
I guess that's another kind of like thing.
I think that's in all the Persona games. You see the party members beforehand,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I guess. But the Naoto one's a big one because Naoto's like a thread that's like through the whole game
Mm-hmm.
that you're like, oh, who is this person?
Yeah.
All right. So favorite moments.
What do you got for me, Aaron? What's one of your favorites?
So I really loved like the whole camping episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I like a lot of like just the one-off episodes.
all the filler episodes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those are like my favorite parts of the anime were those filler ones.
Mm-hmm. Because that was like the most like funny character moments.
Yeah.
Like it's all build up for those little moments of like slice of life.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what the games actually do the best is like the slice of life
Mhm.
aspect of it, and it's almost a weird thing is after I played these games I like weirdly plan out my day because how the game works is you have to plan out your day, what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
because you only do 2 things a day. So it's like, oh, today's Wednesday, Chie's on the rooftop. I can go talk to Chie. Or exams are coming up and I need more intelligence, so I can go to the library and study
Mm-hmm.
and like just do different things. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the slice of life aspects of this anime really, really, really fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, like the cooking stuff after the camping trip was really funny.
there's a second cooking thing that happens in Golden and it's pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like another weird cook. Oh, I guess it's they
There's
do it again. It's the omelet cook-off they do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do it again and it's ridiculous. And
And then towards the end, the cooking at the end was pretty funny as well.
yeah, I think there's a thing in the Golden anime where Naoto thinks that they're trying to kill her because of the bad food.
That's funny.
Pretty funny. The Love Line episode.
Oh, yeah. What a great episode.
Oh, and then just the second episode right after too, the summer episode.
Yeah.
Oh, like how it just like all comes together at the end.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that Love Line. Oh, the stop or I'll pop a cap in you.
Yeah. There's the culprit. Stop him or something.
But one of the cutest moments of the episode is like she presses it, and I forgot what he said. I think he says, "Stop! I'll pop a cap in you." And she goes, "Oh, then she keeps pressing it to make it say what she wants it to say.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like it's so cute.
Yeah.
And then just like Nanako being adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We didn't mention her in our favorite characters. Nanako.
I think we did a little bit. I kind of just like this anime. I kind of glossed over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nanako's really cute.
Yeah.
I really love Nanako. She's
very mature for her age.
Yeah. That's what makes her really
adorable. I'm gonna hold the fort down while you guys are out. Yeah, super cute.
Adorable. I love Nanako. I wish she was my little sister. Funny thing about that is in Ultimax they all have like weird nicknames to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Chie's is like the carnivore who discarded womanhood.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all like weird names. And Yu's is the the sister complex kingpin of steel.
Yeah, that's referring to Nanako.
Yeah, so it's very, very, very cool. Sadly, Nanako not in the fighting games.
Oh, that would have been great.
Atlas, when they were developing it, Arc System actually had a Dojima / Nanako character they wanted to put in,
like a double.
Yeah, like a double team up.
Mm-hmm.
And Atlas said no. They're like, you're not putting Nanako in a fighting game. So yeah, so now she's not in the fighting game.
Oh man.
But there is a dog and human combo, and it's pretty cool. All right.
Is it Love Lion and the dog?
No, it was there's a dog from Persona 3. He's like a big old Shiba Inu, and a guy who's with him.
Okay.
And it's pretty dope.
It should have been Love Lion and the dog partner.
No. So one of my other favorite moments is the game attacks they actually use in the anime. So these are things that you would have no idea were even in there. So like there's like a point where like Yosuke casts like this giant wind spell. With them. And like that's like one of the best wind spells in the game. The persona that Margaret summons in the OVA, his name's it's Loki. Okay. The trickster god. And she drops a bunch of ice on him, and that's like a big move from the game. The boss, the enemy that Chie beats in the last episode, the move she uses, it's called like the Fist of God. The literal move is called Fist of God. And
yeah, where she like punches the floor, right?
Yeah, and the fist comes down from the sky and hits it.
Mm-hmm. I think Teddy does like ice moves as well, right?
Yeah, Teddy is also he uses ice moves. Teddy, horrible party member. If you use Teddy in your party, you're horrible.
It looks like it's like he does like kamikaze stuff.
He's he's like an attacker healer. Like he also does heals. He's a horrible healer. Who would you guess is the healer of the game?
Rise?
No, Rise is they call it the navigator.
Okay.
So she doesn't really fight. She
is it Yukiko?
Yeah, well, that was a good guess. Yeah, Yukiko. Yukiko is the one that's the healer, but she's a fire healer.
Fire?
Yeah, she uses fire, and she learns a lot of cool fire.
Because she likes red.
Yeah. Yeah, so she has a lot of cool fire attacks, and she knows a lot of good healing, which is like the best healer between her and Teddy. She's like really good.
Okay.
And then, do you have any other favorite moments?
I like the when they stayed at the inn.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun episode.
So I think I was going to ask you this and I forgot. How did you feel about the Tatsumu Port Island episode? Did you like it?
The school trip?
The school trip, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was really cool.
Because I was like, I don't know how this lands if you don't know anything about Persona 3, because it's like a really cool episode if you play Persona 3.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's a lot. One of the cool stuff when they go to that bar. I think I mentioned to you this before, but Reese says like, "Oh yeah, I had a secret thing here one time, and the power went out."
Yeah, secret concert. Right?
Yeah, he's like, and the power went out, and so they canceled. So they made it up this way. In Persona 3, a boss battle happens underneath that club.
Oh, and that's what made the power go out?
Yeah, and the boss is an electric boss. He's absorbing all the electricity in the town, and that's what caused the power outage. And even a character in Persona 3 later, it mentions like, oh yeah, the club manager was pissed because he had some idol come in. Yeah, so it's like a really, really cool detail. Also, favorite moment, the Kings game.
Oh yeah,
I totally forget about that scene all the time, but it's a hilarious scene.
He has this sit on my lap.
And everybody's just
there's a different variation of it.
Yeah.
Chie's all bashful. Chie's was the best.
I love Chie. And then everyone like Yu-Gi-Go's like sitting on his lap, and then Rise has her head on him, and then Chie's just sitting like off to the corner like, oh god. Great. I love, oh god, that King's against the King's orders are absolute. Or and he throws the dart.
Oh yeah, number 2.
Number 2.
Well, I thought that episode was pretty funny. I like the when they're at the hotel as well, when they're like spinning on the
the bed. Oh my god, it's pretty great. Yeah. I love how he was like, oh, it's a look, and then he like covers his mouth. He goes, don't say that, and all the girls are like, you know what? No, it sounds less pervy coming from you.
Yeah,
when he says it. Oh, great. That's like you said, almost all the one-offs.
Yeah.
Like great episodes.
Yeah, but like the in episode was pretty funny. Like the whole bath scene. And they never took a bath. They're playing ping pong instead.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, great episodes. The one-offs were great, like you said.
Yeah. And then I actually really love anime rarely does this, but like a real build up to the last episode.
Okay.
Like the last 5-6 episodes are all like one track episodes, and I really enjoy that. And anime like rarely does that. Like I feel like nowadays it's like, oh, we're at episode 24 out of 25. All right, let's start.
Now let's start the
2-part finale.
2-part finale. I know, but yeah, like you said, it's like 5 or 6 episodes.
5-6 episodes building up to this one event.
You find out about the delivery driver, and then you find out about Adachi.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't like is that how condensed. I mean, because it's an anime, it has to be condensed, but it's like the whole last episode is literally in the anime and the game. It's like 6 hours.
Oh wow.
Of content, and they have to cut it down. Obviously, they have to cut it down. They can't have the whole anime be about that one
25
scene.
minutes.
Yeah, but it seemed. Did you feel like it was rushed a little bit, or no?
I thought it was fine.
You thought it was fine. I also thought the pacing was fine, just because I know
what happened.
The original pacing of it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, you get all these details, you get all this cool stuff. Did you also notice how Adachi was like goading them into attacking the delivery driver too?
Oh yeah.
Because that's also a really good hint that he at least is like makes it look like he's incompetent, but at the same time he's like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
because he's like, oh yeah, he's he tried to feel up that Saki girl.
Yeah,
and it got Yosuke all in a.
But it was actually him that tried to do that, huh?
Yeah, what a scumbag.
Yeah.
He's all I hate it when he puts his head into the TV. He's all, if you start begging, he's all let you out, and he goes, He's all, or not. He's I don't ever want to put myself in a dangerous situation like that. I was like, well, so one thing I didn't like, and it pissed me off, was whenever they would be like Naoto does it. It's a scene with Naoto that happens that also happens with Dojima. And he's like, they're explaining what they're doing, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to the TV and save people," and then like, Naoto says like, "Oh, you take me for a fool," and then like Dojima's like, "Oh, I thought you were my son."
Yeah, I thought you trust. I thought you liked me enough to trust me or something. Like that, or
stuff like that.
Something like that.
But so I was like, especially with because with Naoto you can be like, okay, whatever, you don't believe me, but. Like, in that situation, you should have been like, okay, bring me a TV.
Yeah.
Bring me a TV, and I'll show you I can do this.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part is they cut, and you see there's a TV in the room.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, look, I'm not lying to you.
I know. Yeah, I did notice the TV as well. And I thought that was gonna be like some sort of plot point, but it never came up again.
That's what I thought. That's how he was gonna escape.
Yeah,
Was he was gonna jump through? But then
I thought that's how he was gonna escape too.
But then they make the point later on. It's like, oh, if you jump through this one, you don't know where you're gonna end up.
Yeah,
which
is
true.
And you're not gonna know how to get back.
Yeah, because Teddy's not with you.
Mm-hmm.
But Teddy was with him at that point.
You got Teddy's cell phone number.
Yeah. All right, Jay. Is anything else you wanna bring up before we hit the wrap up?
Like a final thoughts kind of thing.
Final thoughts.
Me being like a person that's never played the game, I felt like this anime is pretty good. It informs you enough
context.
Yeah, so that you know what's going on, and it does entice you to play the game.
Does it? You are enticed to pick it up?
Yeah,
that's good. That was the key motive. Even though you know the ending and you know
who did it and all that stuff, I'm sure there's a lot more. Well, yeah, there has to be with like 60 hours of gameplay. There has to be a lot more detail and a lot.
Oh yeah, it's like when you do the social links with people and learn more about them. You're like, ooh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like something that like the anime doesn't really do, is like give you time with like all the characters, and that definitely is something that I would like to do in the game. And
they actually, I think they really make what was I gonna say? They make the setting really nice in there, and like going into the game, then you'd be like, ooh, like you're literally like walking in the anime, like walking around, like, oh, there's the gas station, there's the Tatsumi Textiles.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There's Mabufuyu Tofu. There's Aya. Yeah, that's really cool stuff. One of the details they don't really mention in the anime, and I wish they did, is that Junes is putting everybody out of business.
Oh yeah,
they kind of mentioned it.
They did
with Yosuke's thing, like especially with like Saki's family businesses.
Yeah,
going under because Junes is like undercutting them.
Yeah, and she decides to work there for some reason.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but there's a cool thing in the true ending that I don't really want to spoil, but it's really like
has something to do with Junes.
Yeah, which is kind of like a kind of like the true ending to the anime is like really happy.
Yeah.
So I can say it's not really anything too bad. No, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
But it's a really cool detail, like how Junes and the people of the town, they get together to do something, and that's pretty cool.
Okay.
There was gonna be no, I forget what I was gonna say about the ending. I was gonna wrap up with something if I remember before we end. I'll bring it back.
Okay. So, in the meantime, accessibility.
Yeah. Oh, well, real quick, my final thought. Yeah. As someone who's played the games and Persona 4 is my favorite game of all time. Mm-hmm. This anime serves it as much justice as it could with the 26 episodes that it was given.
Yeah.
And you do get a nice piece of like content cut out of it.
Yeah.
And like you said, like it made me want to go back and start to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it did a really good job. I really enjoyed this watch through. Never watch the Golden anime. There's a Golden anime.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's if you thought this was rushed, they do it in 12 episodes. And it's horrible. It's really bad.
I know. There's also a movie that like condenses the anime series as well.
I've never seen. And they've never dubbed it. So
yeah, I know. I did. I thought that was the OVA, so I started watching it, but it's only subtitles, and the link that I had didn't have any subtitles, so I was like, okay, guess I'm not watching it.
Right.
And it was like 1:30.
Yeah. So yeah, is that what you asked me just to make sure? Like, it was the ending. Yeah. Yeah. It was just the movie.
Okay.
Actually, I would see how they would condense it into an hour and a half. It'd probably be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So. Yeah. So accessibility.
You'd have to. Well, the anime itself is fairly tame. There's
nothing too crazy.
There is a little bit of fan service.
Yeah, but
not like
too much.
Not very sexualized either.
Yeah. I didn't feel like even like the bath scenes were like
Yeah, they didn't.
They're really tame.
Yeah, they didn't talk about boobs or anything. They talked about skin. Like, oh, you have nice skin, nice hair.
Yeah, there was no like weird groping or anything.
Yeah, and then the pageant, the beauty pageant, it was just
hilarious.
Just in their swimsuits.
I guess we didn't mention that, but love how like Naoto won without even going in.
Yeah, and even Kanji still had a nosebleed. Oh. Yeah, and it was super cute.
The group date also.
Oh yeah,
where you had to be the girl. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, another great moments in the
anime. So the dub, you have to buy the DVDs.
Okay.
But actually, if you want to watch the sub, it's on Hulu. I did check.
Is it?
Yeah, the sub's on Hulu.
Okay.
But I honestly think that the dub is superior.
Okay.
And is worth going out of your way to watching. But that's your prerogative.
That's all up to you.
All right, so rewatchability.
I think I'm good. But I do want to check out the game.
Yeah, I think after playing the game, I did really want to watch the anime.
Okay.
And that's why I have them on Blu-ray. So that tells you how much I actually do care about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good anime, and it's not high rewatchability just because it's 26. Anything that's almost 26 episodes, it's kind of rough to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if the whole thing is like a whodunit also.
Oh yeah, and you already know who did it. Yeah.
So and then it's also like you want to know more about the characters, and you won't learn anything extra about them. All right, so things that you do differently.
Well, I guess like obviously the thing would be like more character development, like spending more time with all the characters.
Yeah,
especially like the minor characters.
Yeah,
would be
pretty
welcome.
That's what the game. That's what the game is for. So if you want to do it, we can do it. That's the thing. I think it's the same thing for me. I'd love to see more of.
What if there was like another season of this? Would you watch it?
I have watched the next season of this. I played the games that take place after.
Oh, okay.
And they're not good. The stories aren't really good. So
like, are you talking about like Q and all that stuff?
Well, Q is kind of. It's kind of canon, kind of not. It's one of those things where it takes place in not an alternate. It takes place in an alternate universe, but it's like once they leave that universe, they forget what happened.
Oh, okay.
Kind of stuff. And then the dancing game is canon somehow for 4, but the story's really stupid. But I think when we play the game, it closes up like most RPGs like really nicely with a bow, where you're okay. I'd rather not touch these characters again. Like these characters are good, man. Like tie the story off with the bow.
Okay.
And then the extra stuff is kind of like what melted away. You're like, oh, like maybe I should have just left it. My memory. Yeah, let it be.
Instead of played the dancing game.
Yeah, playing the dancing story. Because and then like the Q games just like they boil down the characters to like
their
tropes. Yeah, it's like, oh, here's Chie. She loves me and she's a scaredy cat. That's it.
Yeah, she loves green.
And then like, oh, here's Yukiko. She's ice woman. Haha, get it? Like, yeah, stuff like that. And
she uses fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, ice woman uses fire attacks. Oh, you don't see that. So it's stuff like that, and it's like, but yeah, I love like these characters.
Okay.
In this world, so I would love to see more. But I don't know, even like I don't even know how you would do a second season to this. I mean, like I said, I seen the game. She just kind of just comes back.
Yeah.
And stuff happens.
Okay.
But yeah, like the fighting game takes place like I think 2 months after 4.
Oh, okay.
And like Yu comes back because I think he even says it too. He's like, oh no, he tells Nanako, he goes, no, I'll be back in May for the May holidays. Well,
something like that.
He goes summer vacation, but then he says, oh, I'll come back in May. May is Golden Week, so he's like, I'll come back during Golden Week, and Golden Week is when it takes place.
Oh, okay.
And then the The epilogue and dancing games take place in the summer.
Okay.
The summer he comes back.
All right.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then for shits and giggles, Persona Q takes place in between the Culture Festival.
Oh, okay.
Like happens during the Culture Festival.
All right.
All right, Jay. So what would you rate this glorious anime?
I think it's just a flat recommend for me.
Yeah, this is a flat recommend. Go play the game.
Yeah, I would say that you'd get more out of the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even me without playing it, I'm sure you'd get more out of it.
Oh yeah, and I do feel this actually is this. What's the one above recommend? Is it high? I would. Is anything between high and recommend? I don't remember. I don't think.
I don't know. Maybe like moderate recommend or something.
Yeah, but I do give it a high recommend
Okay.
for me because I did really enjoy watching this anime again. Yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it.
Okay.
Good time. All right, Jay. Now that we've summoned our personas and navigated the waifu wars,
In the fog.
navigated in the fog, we're putting away
Our
fog
glasses for good. Our gag glasses.
What do you have for next week?
All right, so I'm picking one that I watched I don't remember. I think I watched it when it came out, but I'm really foggy on what the anime is about. But it's Kurokami, the animation. Have you ever heard of Kurokami?
I want to say I have.
I think I've mentioned it in the podcast at one point, but
Black God.
yeah, Black God, yeah. Mm-hmm. And what it's about, I guess, in this world, there's like 3 of each person, and if you ever meet somebody, I guess life force is like separated between like one has like 60, one person has 30, and one person has like 10 or something like that. And if you ever meet your doppelganger, well, I guess that's what they're called, doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Whoever has the higher life force takes the other person's life force, and they die by like some random accident.
That's cool.
And then that person absorbs it, so it's like 70-30 or something like that. But that's all I really remember. And then there's like, I don't remember if they're aliens but if they're like guardians. It's something like that. And there's some story, I don't know. But we're watching Kurokami.
Okay. Good. And how many episodes?
I think it's 23, and then there's like a special 24th episode that has to deal with backstory.
And then where can we find this anime?
It's not on any streaming service, so we're gonna have to.
Is there a dub?
Yes, there's a
Who
dub.
did the dub? Do you know?
Bandai.
Oh, of course, it would be a Bandai anime. It's a good. I mean, it being Bandai right off the bat.
Yeah,
I can tell you, it's probably a good dub. Bandai does some decent dubs.
Yeah, I remember I really enjoyed this anime.
So,
but it's just I don't really remember the story. It's kind of complicated. There's a lot of like terms and stuff that they use. Like,
actually, you can't find it on like Amazon streaming. Like, buy it.
I don't know. Probably you could buy it there. We can check right after, and we'll mention it in the podcast.
Okay.
When we do it.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, Kurokami.
Yep. Kurokami. All right, so if you like us, go ahead and follow us on SoundCloud. Leave us a like on SoundCloud. Follow us on YouTube. We've been playing Danganronpa, the second one, Danganronpa 2.
That's not good. Yeah, Goodbye Despair.
Goodbye Despair.
Goodbye Despair. Pretty good. Pretty okay game.
Yeah, it's good so far. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm about to play some right now.
Yep. And follow us on iTunes if you like using that platform better. You'll I think they're still having like issues like uploading the podcast just because it's the holiday season, so it's just gonna be delayed.
Okay.
Like probably like a week or something like that. So
but stick to the SoundCloud. That's where
you get them first.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard of any issues on SoundCloud, so we prefer you guys listen on there, follow us on there. And if you have any suggestions, you can leave comments on YouTube. You leave comments on SoundCloud. Any kind of like suggestions or recommendations you have for us. And
well,
yeah.
that's it. That was the podcast, right?
Yeah. So stay personaing.
Yeah, stay man-whoring, everybody.
Later.
I think it's investigation time. I'm the magical detective Loveline.